Hey guys, thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to be going over XRP. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. If you want to dive deeper, then check out the Telegram channel and the Discord channel in the description below. So what we're going to be looking at today is XRP and the ROI time, the return on investment time in days. And what this is both are log scales. So the black line, which is the price of XRP, corresponds to this left axis. And the doubling time here, so the 2x, the ROI time, here it's 2x, corresponds to the right axis. So the blue lines are corresponding to this axis over here. So the point is to show generally how long would it take you to see a 2x ROI on your investment, depending on when you invested. And you ultimately get these various bands that form that are pretty much indicative of different market cycles in a sense. And it very closely mimics Ethereum and Bitcoin, which makes sense. I mean, Bitcoin runs the market in a sense, so it basically mimics that to a certain degree. And it highlights how not only, as I mentioned in previous videos, not only time in the market is important, but really timing the market is crucial. You don't want to be timing your entry into XRP when it's recently up 20, 30x. It's just not a smart move, and you are the dumb money coming into the market in most cases. For instance, if you had bought XRP here, the price would have been about 5 cents, and you could have doubled it when the price got to 10 cents, but you would have had to wait until 2017. If instead you had, and you can see how long it would have taken up here, it would have taken over 1,000 days. If you had instead just waited a few more months and bought it over here in, say, the first or second quarter of 2014, then your doubling time becomes significantly less, a few hundred days, and the further out in the bear market that you waited, you could have even seen a 2x occurring in only, say, 10 days. And then ultimately, you have this other band out here that starts at the next peak, and the band slowly drops off, right? As we move away from that peak, the price gets lower, and we get further into the bear market. So we're getting closer to this point. And again, you could have seen here, a 2x basically in a day. And now this highlights with XRP how it's a long period of just nothing. And then at some point, it booms. I mean, here it went up a lot. Here it went up very rapidly. Again, we're very rapidly here. Here it went up, just in the matter of a few days to a few weeks. Clearly, we have been in a bear market for an extended period of time. I don't anticipate XRP going on one of these huge runs in the next few months. I just don't see it happening. I think the market needs to get to a healthier place. Bitcoin needs to potentially get to a new all-time high. But it's interesting that, it's just interesting looking to see how long it would take to 2x your investment. And in fact, even as late as, say, 2018, you still could have been seeing, a 2x ROI in the short term in just a few days if you had bought at this point over here. So, when it can take a while for XRP to go up, but when it does go up, it usually goes up by a lot. Clearly, that does not mean it's going to go up in the future. We're just looking at past data and trying to inform our future decisions. So here is the 4x. So you can see, the 4x sits on top of the 2x, and all of these bands over here basically become just one long band, because the chance that at 2x is in the short term is high, whereas the chance that at 4x is in the short term is much lower. So for instance, going from here to here is, could be at 2x, but in order to get that 4x, you have to go up even further, or much further up this curve, and that's why you see these bands almost just disappearing and just becoming a single 4x band. Now we would expect the next market cycle, assuming XRP is part of another bull run, then this next market cycle would have yet another band, that's going to be way up here, that's going to be very flat for a longer period of time before coming down. So these are basically, they're very sparse, is the primary thing to take away. The time between these doubling times is significant. So here's 6x. I'll just scroll through some of these so you can just quickly see them. Here's 8x, 10x. Sorry, this is 8x, and then here's 10 and 20x, 50x, and then 100x. So it gets kind of messy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to show 2, 10, 50, and 100. And you can basically see that the other, the times to say 50x and 100x your investment. More the 100x basically just falls on this band over here. And in fact, if you had bought at, if you had been buying, say, over here, then clearly you have not seen a 100x on your investment. But buying here, you would have seen, say, a 10x on your investment going up this peak here. So again, these are not meant to be predictive. It's just another tool for you to have, another way to visually observe like market structure in a sense, these bands and how they are leveling out, to give you a sense that as the market matures, as the cryptocurrency market matures, these are going to take longer and longer to ultimately play out. So obviously for us to see a 2x data point pop up over here, then XRP would need to get over $6, which is clearly, if it ever happens, it is a ways off. And if it does happen, then, this data point is going to be over 1,000 days. It's going to start, the band's going to start over 1,000 days. I mean, this one started over 1,000 days for the 100x, but the 2x is most likely going to be over 1,000 days when we potentially get to over $6. And then maybe we would see these bands that are going to be coming way out here, and ultimately, dropping down again as we go into another bull run. So that's basically the main principle of this video that I'm trying to elucidate. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to the channel again. I also do have a Patreon account that you can find in the description below, and it will give you access to more content in general. Like I'll put down these images into the onto my Patreon. There's different tiers you can join if you want to see a specific graph for a specific coin. One of the tiers has that option, and so you can just request, hey, I noticed you had this risk or this logarithmic regression curve for this specific coin, but I also want it for coin ABC. And then you can request that, and I'll try to get it to you in a timely manner. And the point is just to give certain people a little bit more access to the content if they really like what I'm producing. Again, you can just join the Telegram channel as well. The public Telegram channel you can find in the description below. Alright guys, I hope you guys liked the video. If you like it, please leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.